that you are not lazy. You're not lazy. You're not lazy. You are not lazy. We have gotten so accustomed to this negative self-talk and automatically going on the defense when our bodies 99% of the time are just giving us signs and signals of what it actually needs. What's up, Move Crew? Welcome back to More Than Movement with Mia. So grateful to be here with you today, talking all things movement, mindset, health and wellness, you name it. Remember, at the end of every episode, we go through your questions because I love connecting with you and chatting with you. So if you want to submit your questions, just head over to my Instagram account at Mia St-Aubin. I think I'm the only one, and submit your questions and we can chat. So there's something that's been bothering me probably for about 7 years, and that's what's caused me to start my not-for-profit and my movement. And this is the concept of, you know, this harder, better, faster, stronger, no pain, no gain. You know, you got to work harder. And if you're not working harder and you're not getting results and you suck and you're the problem, you got to push harder. And so you see these. Years ago, I worked in gyms, I taught classes, I've spoken across North America, I've been in auditoriums of 20,000 people, I've run fitness events all across North America, and I have the same conversations all the time about people. If it's not working, they think that they need to try harder. And they think that they just need to get more motivated. And they think that they just need to, you know, I'm so lazy. I just need to push it into high gear. This negative dialogue that goes on in people's minds. And I'm here to tell you that you are not lazy. You're not lazy. You're not lazy. You are not lazy. We have gotten so accustomed to this negative self-talk and automatically going on the defense when our bodies 99% of the time are just giving us signs and signals of what it actually needs. So this is, you know, I always talk with my team and anybody that will listen really about my rant on awareness campaigns versus doing campaigns. So what I believe, take it for what it's worth, but I believe that we are not lazy. You are not lazy. I believe that we are bombarded with health and wellness information. We are bombarded with what to do. And a lot of it are suggestions and awareness that we don't move enough and we need to move more. And I believe that the opposite is true. I believe that we're all overstressed, that many of you listening are very, very tired, overworked, and on top of that, we try and move our bodies to the nth degree. I think the opposite is true. I think that we move our bodies sometimes way too much. And so I believe that it is time for a complete reverse. And this is why we started Movecamp all those years ago, to be a doing campaign, to show you the steps of what it is that you can do to actually move in a way that feels good for you and being able to listen to your body. So I believe it's time for action in the reverse effect. And the way that you can do this is by just starting, by practicing waking up every morning and asking your body what it needs. So there's two pieces to this, right? There's some days, you know, where you could be on the couch all day long. There's some days where you wake up and you feel like, I don't have motivation even if I tried. And on those days, I had a coach years ago that used to say, just try the warm up. Just do the warm up, see how you feel, and then go from there. It is the most empowering experience because 99% of the time, the full workout gets done, or you've committed to just that little piece that gives you enough satisfaction and enough accomplishment to know, you know what, I did what I set out to do today. I did my intention, which was the warm-up, and I'm good. I actually am listening to my body, and I need to take a time out. This is all the type of movement I needed today, and I know that consistency is more important than anything. So there's that side of things. And then there's the other side of things as to if you find that you're constantly tired or you're overworked, or you are dragging your butt to get to your workout sessions, it might be the opposite. It might be time for you to take a step back and to check out and see how you're actually feeling. And maybe you need regular nap schedule. You know, my team and I, we pride ourselves in our naps. Maybe you need to take a step back. Maybe you need a week off. Maybe you need to adjust your workouts, that you're not doing so many high intensity training classes. Maybe you need to do something that is within the 10 to 20 minute timeline, not 45 minutes to an hour. That is up for you and for you to know. But either way, laziness has nothing to do with it. And I think that we are bombarded with so much messaging that tells us that we've just chosen to believe it. So if you just start and you start with your warm up and then you move on from there, you'll find miraculous things happen. And giving yourself permission to hear your body and hear what it's telling you will be so incredibly empowering that you'll have more motivation than you ever thought to keep going. Okay, so time for my favorite part. We've got some questions that have been sent in from Instagram. Months and months worth of questions. So let's dive in. Oh, my favorite. I'm always tired. How do I start? Okay, I hear you. I struggled with this, and sometimes, total transparency. Still am struggling with this. This is something I have been working on for a very long time. So I'll say this, that, I'm not a medical professional. I am not an expertise or a specialist in any of this stuff. I have been working with specialists and medical professionals personally on my side. So I call them my Mia team. I've got my business Mia team. I've got my health Mia team. And these are the people in my back corner in my pocket that I refer to all the time when I need assistance. Here's what's worked for me and what I know. So if you're always tired, the most simplest thing, and I don't mean for this to sound silly, but we often think we forget to think about the simplest thing, which is our sleep. And we don't even start there. So the little things, yes, the screen time and, the working up till 9 o'clock at night and all those things that we've heard about so many times, but it's just the going to bed at a decent hour. And this can be an addiction, right? We can not be used to this. If you typically go to bed at 11:30, start back in increments and start regaining that sleep. But I would take this off your plate. Movement, just give yourself a break. If you're constantly tired, resting and recovering is your workout. That is where you need to be. That's your sweet spot right now. Because to the degree that you keep moving is to the increased degree that you'll feel exhausted and you'll still feel tired. So what worked for me is giving myself permission that it's okay to take a step back. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to miss a day. It's okay to give myself permission to not work out in that day. And then if after time that's not helping, you're getting sleep and that's still not working, then I would start to assemble your team. I would assemble your team anyways, but start to get some people in your corner that can give you some, whether you're getting blood work done and you're getting different tests done and you're starting to see where you're at, but you're not going to know those things unless you start listening to your body. So take moving off the table altogether and then listen to your body, start to get more sleep and reassess from there. Don't let working out be the barrier to you actually getting enough recovery and enough sleep. Hope that helps. Okay, next question. Oh, how old were you when you started working out? I've been in fitness my whole life. My mom was on Team Canada as a triathlete, and so I spent the better part of my childhood traveling around Ontario, watching her not only compete, but win every triathlon that we ever attended. So I tell the story that I was 10 years old and I needed a newspaper for a school project. So my mom decided that we weren't going to walk, we weren't going to drive, we were going to run to the corner store every single Wednesday so I could pick up a newspaper for my school project. And the comical thing about that is she would have already done like a 50K bike ride. She would have swam like a kilometer and she would have already done a 10K run all before I've even gotten up in the morning. I kid you not, we would come down the stairs and there would be a note, gone riding up north, be back at 9. This was my whole childhood. So she threw on her running shoes, and I begrudgingly, we did it. We started running, and it was a love-hate relationship for me. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think I failed maroon class, swim class, like 6 times because I just couldn't get the technique down properly. But it was the way that it was framed. It wasn't, we're doing this because you need exercise, or we're doing this because, you need to make sure you always stay in shape. And as we got older, it was never about making sure you had a 6-pack or you lost weight or anything. It was about the environment and having fun and being outside. And we would go for hikes, and we would go skiing and snowboarding as a family. We would just do fun things that evidently were exercise. And so my mom, sneakily enough, did this again. And over time, I developed a complete passion for running and track and field, and I landed on a national team myself and, followed in her footsteps, but in a different way because she did a lot of long distance stuff. So it was from a young age, but because it was just always presented to me that way. And this is also a reason why I have such a passion to do what I do, because I feel like, we didn't all have childhoods like that. So I can teach you this simplicity of movement and then create it a lifestyle to be able to do that. So it's also what keeps me going every day. Okay, we have time for one more. How do I know if my workouts are working for me? I mean, sometimes the simplest thing for us is my girlfriend and I call it our signy sign. Like, we're looking for something that's more obvious than it needs to be. So if you're feeling good, and if you're waking up energized and you are inspired and excited to do these workouts, you're meeting people from doing them, it's something that you want to keep going and keep participating in, that's how you know it's working for you. Obviously, there's, maybe your body composition is changing, or you're feeling stronger. Those are definitely good signs, but I would pay attention to what's going on upstairs. Are you happy? Is it exciting? And is it something that you want to keep doing every day? All right, Move Crew, that's all we have time for today. I'll see you again next week. Make sure you subscribe so you know when the next videos are uploaded, and submit your questions to my Instagram page at St-Aubin, and I'll see you all soon.